Hello everyone and welcome to the 2016 Slam Dunk to the Beach preview special live from Grotto Pizza. I'm Scott Klatskin, and over the next half an hour I'll be taking you through all the top teams and top players that make Slam Dunk to the Beach one of the premier high school basketball tournaments in the country. This season's event is jam-packed with talent, but before we look ahead to December 27th through 29th in Lewis, let's take a look back at the excitement that was Slam Dunk to the Beach 2015. Slam Dunk to the Beach is known nationwide for the talented players it brings to the Delaware beaches, and since reviving the event in 2014, the talent has shined as bright as ever. The newest Slam Dunk alumni include a player that went from state champion to national champion in just a year's time. After scoring a tournament best 28 points in a single game at Cape Henlopen in 2014, Dante DiVincenzo helped cut down the nets for the Villanova Wildcats in 2016. Another member of the 2014 All-Tournament team is looking to follow suit with a national championship of his own this season. Isaiah Briscoe played for Roselle Catholic and now runs the show for John Calipari's Kentucky Wildcats. From one Wildcat to another, crowd favorite Raleigh Alkins led the 2014 tournament with 64 total points and is now a freshman for the top 10 ranked Arizona Wildcats. And after only 2 tournaments since returning to Cape Henlopen, Slam Dunk to the Beach has already added to its long list of NBA draft picks. Only 2 seasons removed from representing our savior New American at the beach, Cheick Diallo was selected by the New Orleans Pelicans earlier this year. Diallo joins the likes of all-time greats that have played at Slam Dunk to the Beach, like 4-time MVP and 3-time NBA champion LeBron James, 4-time NBA scoring champion Kevin Durant, 3-time Olympic gold medalist Carmelo Anthony, and many, many more. Slam Dunk to the Beach alumni have combined for an astonishing 42 NBA All-Star team selections. Who will be the next to join the list of NBA greats? You'll likely be seeing several at the beach in 2016. We'll take a quick time out, and when we return, your first look at this season's Slam Dunk to the Beach lineup.
McGee Motors is proud to sponsor the Slam Dunk to the Beach, showcasing some of the area's best young athletes. McGee recognizes top performance on the road and off-road.
We're proud to be Delmarva's exclusive AEV dealer.
Adding to their all-star lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, McGee Motors now offers American Expedition vehicles. Stop in for their fast 23-point oil change for just $35 and see their new lineup.
McGee Motors in Georgetown, a family tradition since 1948.
Inside each of us, there is a voice that beckons to take time away and share experiences that bond us together. It calls to explore, run free, and savor those quiet moments when the world falls away. Come, find yourself, lose yourself, Begin your journey at visitdelaware.com.
Welcome back to the 2016 Slam Dunk to the Beach preview special here at Grotto Pizza. I'm Scott Klatskin, and it's now time to take a look at the outstanding 20-team lineup participating this year at Slam Dunk to the Beach. From top 25 teams to top 25 players from the United States to Canada, this year's field is the revamped tournament's largest and best yet. So let's take a look. Our first team comes from Warminster, Pennsylvania. Coached by John Moscow, the Archbishop Wood Vikings are a perennial contender for the competitive Philadelphia Catholic League crown and returned many starters from an above 500 team a season ago. 6'10 junior Seth Pinckney is a monster on the inside and has already picked up offers from several major schools. Next up are the Engineers of Baltimore Poly, coming to Slam Dunk from the Charm City in Maryland and looking to build off an impressive 20-4 record a season ago. Sam Brand's team is led by 6'6 senior Devondre Perry, a small forward that put up 20 points and 12 rebounds per game as an 11th grader and is committed to play his college ball at Temple. Demetrius Mims is also a top-rated recruit, garnering the attention of many schools in the Atlantic 10 and Big East. Is Brooklyn in the house? They will be for the 2016 Slam Dunk to the Beach when Bishop Laughlin comes to town. Ed Gonzalez's team will be one of the most entertaining at the three-day event thanks to 6'5 senior guard Keith Williams, who will be playing at Cincinnati next season. His backcourt mate Marquise Noel is a 6'8 junior with point guard skills that remind many of Bishop Laughlin alum and former NBA Rookie of the Year Mark Jackson. Returning to the beach after winning a pair of games last season will be Bishop McNamara from Forestville, Maryland. The Mustangs are led by Marty Keithline on the sideline and Jameer Moultrie on the floor. A top 75 point guard in the country, Moultrie has committed to play his college ball at LaSalle. Moultrie will be able to rack up assists thanks to playing with the Mitchell brothers. Lewis, Delaware hasn't seen a pair of twins this talented since Jason and Jerron Collins played at Slam Dunk to the Beach years ago. Makai Mitchell is currently ranked as the fourth best center in the sophomore class, and his twin brother Mikkel is also shooting up the class of 2019 rankings. Both standing at 6'9", these are two can't-miss big men coming to Cape Henlopen. After a final record of 24-3 last season, Brendan O'Connell will be bringing the talents of the Eleanor Roosevelt Raiders to the Delaware Beach. The Raiders rolled past Meade in the 4A state championship game 72-39, including 60 points in the paint, and will look to ride that championship momentum into the 2016-17 campaign. Our first USA Today preseason top 25 school comes to us from West Columbia, South Carolina, the 16th ranked Gray Collegiate Academy. After a 20-2 season a year ago, the rich got richer when Jalik Felton transferred to play his senior season for Dion Bethea and the War Eagles. Felton, the nephew of 2005 NCAA national champion and current LA Clipper Raymond Felton, will be following in his uncle's footsteps and playing his college ball for North Carolina. A top 25 recruit in the ESPN 100 rankings of high school seniors, the 6'2 shooting guard committed to the Tar Heels all the way back in December of 2014. Plenty of major colleges are after his new teammate, Jawan Gray. Only a sophomore at the collegiate academy that bears his same name, Gray has made the exclusive ESPN 25 list of top 10th graders in the nation. The number 5 small forward in his class, Jawan Gray is a name to remember and could be the next big star to come out of Lewis, Delaware. 6 down, 14 to go. So let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll meet the next 6 teams right here at Grotto Pizza. It's the Slam Dunk to the Beach preview special. Welcome back to Grotto Pizza for the 2016 Slam Dunk to the Beach Preview Special, where we are taking a look at the incredible group of teams making this year's event one of the best in the country. Let's continue with the national field. After a one-season hiatus, Our Savior New American returns to Cape Henlopen High School 2 years removed from its 2014 appearance. After a rare down season following the graduation of Sheck Diallo, now a member of the NBA's New Orleans Pelicans, Ron Steltzer's Pioneers team is reloaded. Leading the charge is a pair of big men in the junior class, Boubacar Diakite and Mamadou Doucouré. Diakite has committed to Chris Mullin and St. John's, while Doucouré is rated as the 17th best center in the class of 2018. The Patrick School, one of the nation's most successful and prolific programs, returns to Slam Dunk to the Beach for the second straight season. The school that introduced the basketball world to the likes of Al Harrington, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and Kyrie Irving now brings us a new name to remember, Nick Richards. The fifth-rated center in the senior class has committed to the Kentucky Wildcats, and despite this Celtics team returning to Lewis, Delaware, Slam Dunk fans will be seeing the 6'11 Richards for the very first time. An injury kept him out of last year's event. Richards is not the only weapon for the USA Today's 10th-ranked team in the country, as 7 other Division I recruits will play alongside him. 6'9 senior Boul Ajang and 6'11 senior Boye Koka have both committed to Tulane, while guard Jameer Harris will be playing in the Big Ten at Minnesota next season. The Patrick School from Elizabeth, New Jersey will look to build on the school tradition of excellence in 2016-17. Another team back in the mix at Slam Dunk to the Beach in 2016 is Paul VI. Glenn Farello's team may have lost 2015 All-Tournament team selection and current Louisville Cardinal VJ King, but this year's version of the Panthers is still coming in strong. Leading the way will be Aaron Thompson, a 6'1 point guard ranked amongst the top 25 in his position. He'll team up once again with former Paul VI big man Corey Manigault at Pittsburgh in the ACC next season. Another young star in the making is Brandon Slater, the number 3 shooting guard amongst juniors in the country, according to ESPN. And keep an eye out for a top 10 freshman in the nation, Jeremy Roach, who may see time at the point guard spot as just a 9th grader. Our 4th straight team that will be welcomed back to Lewis, Delaware, comes to us for the 3rd straight season from Roselle, New Jersey, the Roselle Catholic Lions. Dave Boff's team will be out for redemption after dropping a pair of games at Cape Henlopen a season ago. Once again, the man in the spotlight for the Lions will be class of 2018 phenom Nazrian Reed. ESPN's 10th-rated junior in the country is thought by many to have one of the biggest upsides in all of high school basketball. Already a projected 2019 NBA lottery pick, Naz has the tools to join the likes of some of the greatest Slam Dunk alums in history. Reed isn't alone on the floor for Roselle, though. Top recruits like Andre Rafus, Nate Pierre-Louise, and Khalif Battle make the Lions a must-watch squad for the 3rd year in a row. Our next team will take the longest journey of any school at this year's Slam Dunk. The Sagemont School from Weston, Florida will cover 2,200 miles round trip to play at this prestigious event. Adam Ross and the Lions will bring plenty of talent from the Sunshine State, including top 25 power forward Tyler Polley. The 6'7 senior has committed to the Yukon Huskies, winner of 4 of the last 18 NCAA national championships, while teammate Thomas Verbinskis has decided to play his college hoops at the University of Richmond. One of the most successful high school basketball programs in America rejoins the group at Slam Dunk to the Beach, this time as the USA Today preseason number 17 ranked team in the country, St. Benedict's Prep. The Graybees, coached by Mark Taylor, finished last season with a record of 35-2 and a top 25 ranking. They added an ESPN 25-ranked sophomore in Precious Achua prior to the start of the season. The 6'7 and growing 10th grader joins recent Syracuse commit Barame Sidibe, and this team from Newark, New Jersey is poised for another national championship run. When we return, I'll introduce you to 4 Saints, 4 local schools, and the 2 highest-ranked players taking the court at Cape Henlopen this December. We'll be right back on the Slam Dunk to the Beach preview special from Grotto Pizza.
McGee Motors is proud to sponsor the Slam Dunk to the Beach, showcasing some of the area's best young athletes. McGee recognizes top performance on the road and off-road.
We're proud to be Delmarva's exclusive AEV dealer.
Adding to their all-star lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, McGee Motors now offers American Expedition vehicles. Stop in for their fast 23-point oil change for just $35 and see their new lineup.
McGee Motors in Georgetown, a family tradition since 1948.
So many great teams, so many great players, and so many more to preview. Welcome back to the 2016 Slam Dunk to the Beach preview special from Grotto Pizza. I'm Scott Klatskin, and I'm excited to share with you the final crop of schools coming to Cape Henlopen High School on December 27th, 28th, and 29th. Coming all the way to the Delaware Beaches from Canada this season will be St. Michael's of Toronto, Ontario. Passports will be required for Jeff Zauner's team that finished last year with a record of 20-9. A top 10 team in all of Canada, the Blue Leprechauns are four-time All-Ontario Catholic champions. This squad may be bringing views from the 6 to Slam Dunk to the Beach, but Hoops fans attending their games will be watching them knock down shots from 3. With plenty of outside weapons and a Harvard basketball commit, St. Michael's is one of the most exciting additions in this year's field. Back at the beach for the third consecutive season is another team in the USA Top 25, Saints Newman and Goretti from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Carl Aragale's Saints team finished 27-4 last season and ended the 2016 campaign with a top 20 national rank. Perhaps no player in the country has had as big a rise up the recruiting ranking over the past 2 seasons as Newman Goretti point guard Quade Green. As a sophomore in 2014, Green scored 49 points at the beach on his way to all tournament team honors. The 6'1" Green returned to Slam Dunk as a top 50 player in the country last season and will compete this season as the number 3 point guard in the nation, committed to play his college hoops for the Kentucky Wildcats. Joining Green and creating an outstanding inside-outside duo is 6'8" senior Demir Cosby Roundtree. The class of 2017 top 25 center will play NCAA hoops for the reigning national champion Villanova Wildcats and will be joined in the front court by the 9th-rated center in the junior class, Marcus Littles. For the second consecutive season, St. Raymond will make their way down from the Bronx to boogie down at Slam Dunk to the Beach. Coach Lopez returns plenty from last season's Ravens squad, including ESPN 100 recruit Isaiah Washington. The top 20 point guard in the country wowed fans at Cape Henlopen as a junior with 8 steals in a single game. This year, he'll once again lead the Blue and Orange before heading to Minnesota, where he is committed to become a Golden Gopher next season. All eyes should be on the 11th ranked team in the country once again this year in Lewis, Delaware. The Moose of Westtown put the Slam and Slam Dunk to the Beach last season and returned one of the most highly sought-after group of players in the country. Seth Berger's team is led by surefire NBA lottery pick Mohamed Bamba, whose 7'8" wingspan would be the second longest amongst all current NBA players. Bamba is ranked as the 4th best senior in the country and is projected by most to be the 1st or 2nd overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft. Westtown is the only school in the country with 2 top 5 players in their respective classes, thanks to 6'8" junior Cameron Reddish. Already a 2-time Slam Dunk to the Beach all-tournament team selection, Reddish ranks as the 4th best player in the entire class of 2018. Not to be forgotten amongst those stars, senior Brandon Randolph is another top 50 senior in the country headed to Arizona next season, and 6'8" senior Anthony Ochefu will be headed to America East champion Stony Brook. Make sure you are in town when Westtown hits the scene later this month. And finally, there will be plenty of homegrown talent at Slam Dunk to the Beach this season as well. 4 of Delaware's top teams will compete amongst the nation's best. Defending state champion Sanford School returns to Lewis, Delaware, led by all-time great Stan Waterman. And what would have been the country's biggest upset of the year, Sanford battled USA Today's top-ranked La Lumiere to OT last season and have the talent to make a splash again at the Delaware beaches. Smyrna High will have as much height as any team competing at the beach this season thanks to two transfer players, the 7'2" Azubuike Nwankwo and the 6'11" Abba Lual have the Eagles eyeing a state championship this year. Returning to slam dunk are the Mount Pleasant Green Knights, led by sophomore sensation Kayvon Kramer. The 6'5" standout came on the scene last season with some big games down in Lewis and is now regarded as one of the top 10th graders in the country. And finally, the host school, Cape Henlopen, boasts of two of the state's top 10 players in Ian Robertson and Randy Rickards. Both only juniors, these two give the Vikings quite the home court advantage. We'll take one last break, and when we return, I'll break down the 2016 Slam Dunk to the Beach schedule live from Grotto Pizza.
Inside each of us, there is a voice that beckons to take time away and share experiences that bond us together. It calls to explore, run free, and savor those quiet moments when the world falls away. Come, find yourself, lose yourself. Begin your journey at visitdelaware.com.
Thank you for joining me on this 2016 Slam Dunk to the Beach preview special. Over the last 20 minutes or so, we've met the teams and players, so now let's take a look at which teams and which players will be going head-to-head at Cape Henlopen. The tournament starts big with two local centers standing 7'2" and 6'11" from Smyrna, taking on a pair of nationally renowned power forwards from Bishop McNamara. Then New York and New Jersey powerhouse schools are paired together when Kentucky recruit Nick Richards and the Patrick School square off against the St. Raymond School for Boys in the day session. A rematch of a 2015 Slam Dunk to the Beach contest takes place in the night session when Paul VI plays Newman Goretti. Day 2 of Slam Dunk to the Beach, Sagemont, traveling all the way from Florida, takes on St. Benedict's at 7:30 before two USA Today preseason top 25 teams, Westtown and Gray Collegiate, close out the action at 9 p.m. That nightcap game will feature 3 of the top 50 seniors in the country, a top 5 junior, and a top 25 sophomore. Who knows who will be seated in the NCAA coaches section for that one. The final day, Thursday, December 29th, showcases possibly the most anticipated matchup of Delaware teams this season when Samford takes on Smyrna. Delaware's Mount Pleasant also plays in the day session, going up against Canada's St. Michael's. The night session features 16th-ranked Gray Collegiate and 17th-ranked St. Benedict's going toe-to-toe before the hometown Cape Henlopen Vikings close out the event against Eleanor Roosevelt. What a group of games we have to look forward to later this month. Many of the nation's top recruits will be playing in those games, so let's take a closer look at several of the standouts competing at the beach this season. The second-ranked center in the senior class, Muhammad Bamba, will once again lead Westtown School into Lewis, Delaware. His physical tools are absolutely off the charts, and so are his measurements. At 6'11", with an incredible 6'8" wingspan, Bamba is the country's highest-rated 12th grader yet to commit to a school. Coaches will be flocking to watch this future NBA lottery pick play. From one big man to another, Nick Richards of the Patrick School made Big Blue Nation smile earlier this school year when he committed to the University of Kentucky. The nation's number 5 center is a big-time finisher, rebounder, and good scorer in and around the lane with an excellent upside. Another reason for Kentucky fans to smile is Newman Goretti guard Quade Green, the country's third-rated point guard, committed to UK after cutting his list to Duke, Syracuse, Villanova, and Temple. Green sees the floor very well, is an outstanding passer, and a very good shooter. Our fourth player ranked in the top 25 of the senior class is Jalik Felton of Gray Collegiate Academy. Like his uncle Raymond, this 6'3" guard is expected to do big things in Chapel Hill for the Carolina Tar Heels. Felton is an athletic, aggressive guard that can score and make plays. He has a great motor and competes at a high level. From the senior class to the junior class, with the 4th-ranked 11th grader in the USA, Cameron Reddish of Westtown. Cam is no newcomer to Slam Dunk to the Beach, already earning all tournament honors as a freshman and as a sophomore. With the game of a guard and the body of a big forward, he's a true mismatch problem and one of the brightest prospects in his class. And finally, a player with possibly the most potential of any in the country, Nazrian Reed, makes his 3rd visit as well to Slam Dunk. The Roselle Catholic junior big man is ranked as the 10th best player in the 2018 class, and his natural talent level is staggering. This major D1 prospect could have the NBA in his near future as well. From top players to top teams, here's a look at the 5 schools represented in the USA Today Top 25 preseason rankings. The Patrick School leads the way at number 10, with Westtown right behind. Gray Collegiate and St. Benedict's holding down the 16th and 17th spot, while Neumann-Goretti rounds out the nation's 25 best teams. Now you've been introduced to the teams, you know the stars coming to the beach, you've picked out the matchups you most want to watch, and now there's only one thing left to do: buy your tickets. The next batch of college and pro stars will be joining the legendary cast of stars to play in Delaware, such as LeBron, Carmelo, and Durant. Tickets are now on sale for full tournament passes, day passes, and session passes. Do not wait to buy them at the door. Get your tickets today at slamdunktothebeach.com. That's slamdunktothebeach.com. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at slamdunk2beach and like us on Facebook. And finally, a big thanks to several of our sponsors, including Pepsi and McGee Motors, and of course, Grotto Pizza, for having us here today. I hope you're as excited as I am to see this talented group of teams and players. Slam Dunk to the Beach is one of the premier high school basketball events in the nation, and you will not want to miss all the high-flying action on December 27th, 28th, and 29th in Lewis, Delaware. Until then, make sure to visit slamdunktothebeach.com to get your tickets and join the fun. This has been the 2016 Slam Dunk to the Beach preview special from Grotto Pizza. I'm Scott Klatskin. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the beach.